Happy Tuesday, everyone. Melinda here with Personal Growth with Melinda Motter Lucas. Today we are on page 17 in our workbook. If you don't have your workbook, if you don't know what I'm talking about, if this is the first video you've watched, these are the workbooks, and you can get yours on the Facebook page. They are all 50% off right now. We're wrapping up both the workbooks and moving on into a bunch of confidence work coming up soon. So you can still purchase those whenever. I'm not going to take them down. We are just going to start moving on to confidence, and you could always go back through all the YouTube videos that the worksheets go with are going to be up forever, so you can get your workbook and do those worksheets whenever you want. You don't have to follow along when the videos come out. So today's topic in there is fighting fair. So I'm going to give you 4 simple steps today to help you with fighting fair. So we're talking about in relationships, at work, with friends, anybody, how to make sure that we are being the most productive during those conversations. So step number 1, I want you to, if it's in the heat of the moment, you guys are fighting back and forth about something and you're not centered, I want you to ask for a break or a pause if you need it. If you can take a couple breaths in the moment and get yourself calm, great, do that. If not, if you're not centered, ask for a break. And the important part of this that I feel like so many people don't know or don't do is they say, I need a break. I need to step away. I can't do this right now. And that leaves it too open-ended. The other person doesn't know what that means. They don't know, when are we going to revisit this? So if you need a break, if you need time to calm down, say, I need an hour. Can we revisit this in an hour? That allows the other person to know, okay, I need a break, but we're going to look at this in an hour. It's not going to be just, shoved under the rug and never looked at it again. So if you need a break, let them know, let's visit this in an hour or tomorrow or whatever it is. Okay, so step number 2, make sure you're coming back into the situation calm and centered. So it's kind of on both sides of it. If you're not centered, ask for the break. When you re-enter, go in being calm and centered, meaning you're present, you're not feeling, go back to the video on being centered, you're here. You're not all over the place with your emotions. So that's step number 2. Step number 3, I want you to go in as an investigator. Okay, so what does that mean? Rather than entering back into the situation with, well, I've thought about this and I need to make sure they know this and they know this and they know this and they know this and all of your points to prove you're right. Scratch that. I want you to think of it like this. I want you to go in as an investigator. So you are, instead of making statements like which lead people to become defensive and show that you're trying to prove a point rather than to help them be heard, go in asking questions. That is going to make them feel like you're trying to understand them. And that's what we want to do. We want to understand what the other person's point of view is, why they feel the way they feel, why they're thinking the way they're thinking. So quality questions like, can you give me an example? Or how long have you felt that way? Or when are times that I've done this? Those are questions to clarify, to help you understand, and really allow the other person to be heard. So rather than going back into it with bullet points of everything you need to tell them about why you're right, I want you to go back in with a list of questions. I want you to be an investigator. That really allows people to communicate without being so defensive. And number 4, this is not about being right. We've got to get that out of our head, people. It is not about being right. You are trying, if you care about these people, these are your coworkers, these are your friends, these are your husband or your wife. This is not about who's right and who's wrong. It's about understanding each other. And if we go into these situations with who's right and who's wrong, it doesn't go well. So go into it in a place of being centered, in a place of love, in a place of just trying to understand each other. It makes these conversations go so much better. Okay, so those are the 4 easy steps that I really want you to focus in on and try it that way. I'm not saying it's going to go perfect. I'm not going to say it's going to be like, whoa, I'm never going to fight again. But it certainly gives you a better guideline for how to fight fair. So try those things out. Okay. So I am going to put a link right up here. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and get that done so you get notifications when new videos come out. And we will be back next week with a new topic. All right, talk to you guys soon.